Hi, I'm Farron Pratt, president of First Dakota National Bank in Vermillion. It's just about game time, so grab some snacks, find your seat, and get ready to cheer on the Tanagers to a victory along with First Dakota. And after the game, when you've had a chance to catch your breath, come on down to First Dakota National Bank and chat with us about how we can win your business too. We've got a pretty impressive team, if I do say so myself. But for now, it's game time. Let's go Tanagers!
Good evening, afternoon. I'm Michael Schumacher, and this is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Right now on your screen, we're going to discuss a couple of things if you're watching on Vermillion streaming. A, I'm Michael Schumacher. B, I'm with Katie and Reigen Lewedag. C, we are in Huron, and what you're seeing right now is the fourth quarter of the Milbank-Wagner game. Wagner leads by 35. That will be a running clock. D, what you're also seeing is the result of a FaceTime camera on our computer, because at some point between wrapping up in Madison and setting up here, our camera decided to go fuzzy and not zoom. So this is our only other option. So we will not be going back and forth. I do apologize, but we wanted to make sure we still got this broadcast in for you. But you are seeing Wagner now up 63-28 with 6:56 to go. So not much of a contest here, and so we're going to just do our Carlson's Body Shop pregame show as we would. And we'll kind of go over the polls here. Most recent South Dakota Prep Media poll. And for the boys, well, we'll start with the girls because Tanagers Girls are going to be who we're broadcasting. And so Tanagers Girls will be taking on Parkston earlier today. The Tanager boys defeated Sturgis 67-47. Now, just discussing that a little bit. It was supposed to be Britton Hecla. It was the DAC-12 NEC clash. And I know I've mentioned this a couple of different times, but there's a certain fairness that you start talking about. If they had played Britton Hecla, who decided not to participate, Britton Hecla is 7-5. A victory by Vermillion over Britton Hecla would be worth 47 seed points. But unfortunately, a victory over Sturgis, who has a losing record but is Class AA, is only worth 44. So you almost wonder if maybe the SDHSAA needs to just take a look at something like that, because Vermillion will have played two Class AA schools this year and beaten both of them in both Yankton and Sturgis. Now, Yankton last night almost beat Brandon Valley, the second-ranked team in the state, one loss. So Yankton's a good team, and Vermillion beat them. And Sturgis is a pretty good team. Not a great team, but a pretty good team. They've beaten and hung with a number of good Class AA schools. And so, Vermillion being able to beat both of them, but only getting seed points, that almost hurt them. Because Yankton only has the one win, Vermillion only got 41 seed points for that win, so that actually hurts their seed point average. But Vermillion did get a victory today over Sturgis, over the Scoopers. So congratulations to them. And then we made our way up here. But again, FaceTime camera on the computer because our camera is broken. So I'm going to warn you, you might be seeing on the left side of your screen a little bit of Katie. Maybe her head might be looking in, trying to run the scoreboard and stuff like that. So say hi. Type something in on the stream on the YouTube channel to say hi to her, because you might see a little bit of Katie, and she is so happy about that because she loves being on the camera. She loves the attention. If you can't tell, I'm being a little facetious, but again here, 5:10 to go, 67-30. Wagner leads Milbank. Vermillion is going to be taking on Parkston. So let's take a look at the girls' polls. In Class AA, O'Gorman received all 20 first-place votes. Second was Brandon Valley, followed by Washington. Do you know who the best basketball player to come out of Sioux Falls, Washington is? I don't know either, but Katie played basketball with Sioux Falls, Washington. See, I changed it up there a little bit. Yeah. And then Mitchell in fourth, followed by Rapid City Stevens in fifth. Aberdeen Central received votes last week. In Class A, Sioux Falls Christian received 18 first-place votes. Makpia Luta received 2, followed by Dakota Valley, Hamlin, and Elk Point Jefferson. Now, Sioux Falls Christian did defeat Dakota Valley earlier this week. And so we'll see if that changes the polls. Receiving votes, Mobridge Pollock of Vermillion and Sioux Valley. And then in Class B, you have Centerville receiving all 20 first-place votes, and then Parkston at 11-1. That's Vermillion's opponent today. They're in second with all 20 second-place votes. Ethan's in third. Lyman at 9-2 is in fourth. That is who Vermillion beat last week. Last week, about 24 hours ago. About 7 days ago. Sorry, not 24 hours ago. That's a day, not a week. I got to learn my mathematicians. But they beat Lyman, who's ranked fourth in Class B, and then Harding County in fifth. Receiving votes, Del Rapids St. Mary and Sanborn Central Woonsocket. So again, that clock is going to continue to run. So I tell you what, we're gonna take bring you our coaches conversation with Cole Knipling of Parkston. So this will be a test to see if you get to see Katie on the screen. See how talented and skilled she is while I get the interview up, and you can watch the rest of the action while we listen to Coach Cole Knipling of Parkston. So here's part of our Carlson's Body Shop pregame show.
Welcome back to our coaches conversation, and on the line as part of our Carlson's Body Shop pregame show, we have Coach Cole Knipling of the Parkston Trojans, second-ranked team in Class B. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. You know, it's been a fun season. I really enjoyed coaching these girls, and we've had some success. So, yeah, it's easy to be happy these days.
Well, I bet so. And, you know, your team has had a lot of success. And first, let's just talk about your team. Balanced. I think balanced would be a great word. Your five starters, you know, averaging anywhere between like 7-8 points to about 14, 15 points. Having that ability to basically rely on any one of your five starters to score for you, how valuable is that as a coach?
That's invaluable. It's I can't even put words on it. It's probably what makes them so enjoyable to coach. You know, I've been a head coach for about 20 years now, and this is by far the most balanced team I've had. All five of my starters have led us in scoring during one of our games this year already. You know, so it's that anybody can have a good night. I think it makes it very hard for you to, you know, key in on any one player. I think people have to play us pretty honest, which is a fun way to coach. And like you said, they share the ball so well. You know, they take care of it and they share it, and it just seems like the ball always ends up where it's supposed to go.
Well, and that's a key word there, sharing. You know, there are a lot of teams at the high school level where, you know, maybe one or two of the girls think they should be the girl, you know, the player. It feels like to be able to have that and rely upon any one of five takes a certain amount of selflessness on the entire part of that starting squad.
Yeah, and you know, starters actually, you know, 1 through 16, all the girls in our program, I feel like they've kind of embodied that, and that's what makes me proud of them as a group, is just the fact that it would be very easy to be grumpy about, am I getting this many shots or do I get this much? Because they all are capable. You know, I think if you took a couple of them away, any of the five could average 15 to 20, you know, on a team that didn't have the balance we have. But they've all, you know, shared the role. That's part of a small town, and these guys have been friends since they were, you know, first, second, third graders playing 3-on-3 basketball together. So that they get along well, and they share the ball, and it's fun to coach.
Well, and, you know, you have a balance of seniors and underclassmen. Actually, your two leading scorers, I believe, are both sophomores. But, you know, then you have seniors, your captains coming up and just kind of being some leaders out there as well. And so it takes that to have a special team, and you guys have had a special season. One loss on the season. That's to a really good Wagner team in Class A, obviously with one of the best girls basketball players South Dakota's seen in a long time. How was this kind of the success you expected, or have you guys even exceeded expectations?
Yeah, I think honestly, I don't mean it in a way of like sounding cocky, but this is what we wanted. This is what we expected, and this was our goal, is to kind of have this kind of a record at this point in the season. Last year we were a very good team, and we played a really hard schedule. You think about last year, not only did we play Copel from Wagner, we played Fox and Vasika, who are both getting minutes at South Dakota State right now. I think we played a grand total of 5 or 6 college players on our schedule last year. So we really learned a lot from that tough schedule, and I feel like this year is kind of the reward at the end of that tough road. So, I feel like we've been battle tested over the last 2. Last year was my first year as the head coach. We were learning a lot about each other. This year, I feel like in these tough situations, we know what we want to do. And so, we expected this kind of stuff, but we're excited for tonight. A tough challenge like Vermillion, that's what we need to kind of get us ready for the end of the year. We need games like tonight.
Well, and tonight, you're facing a Tanager team that's coming off a state championship, obviously graduated a lot of talent, but still returning Brooke Jensen, Taylor Roovers, Casey Hansen, and they've had a couple of bumps in the road, but a lot of success. As a team, what do they bring to the table that maybe present some opportunities, but maybe more importantly, present some challenges for you that you guys are going to have to overcome?
I think Rivers is by far the best point guard we've seen all year. So to have a really, really strong guard, and then Jensen, she's a unique challenge because she's of her size and her ability to shoot. She can hurt you both inside and outside. So you put those two things together along with the other players. I think Hansen's a very good shooter, capable, been in a lot of tough spots too. It's a good challenge. It's just going to be some really tough tasks, defensively, is how do you try and hold them down as best you can. We played this team last year. That's kind of the fun part too. It's kind of a way for us to, kind of compare and contrast last year's team versus this year's team, as we played them in early January last year. Had a really good battle with them. I think we ended up losing by 3. So for us, it's kind of how far have we come in the course of a year. And then, guarding a Roovers and guarding a Jensen, it's going to be a lot like the ones we got to face when we see a Centerville or an Ethan or a Lyman, we saw, you guys saw a week ago, we saw 2 weeks ago, similar challenge.
All right. Well, Coach, I'm excited to see your team in action. I was at the game last year, and like you said, you gave Vermillion everything that they could handle, and it does seem like this team has just picked up where last year's left off for you. And so I just want to say thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. Really appreciate it. Best of luck tonight, and best of luck with the rest of your season.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. That was Coach Cole Knipling of the Parkston Trojans, the second-ranked team in Class B, 12-1 on the season. Like I said, only lost to Wagner. And so we'll be back with more. That Coach's Conversation is part of our Carlson's Body Shop pregame show. We'll be back with more after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters, as we have Coach John Brooks up next.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame, tailgates, and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermillion is proud to support local athletics like USD and the Tanagers. The DQ fall flavors are in, and DQ has great food at great prices. Get a $7 meal deal. Choose from a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken basket with fries, a drink, and a sundae for only $7. Got an office team party or birthday party? If you want to celebrate, don't bake, buy a DQ cake. And DQ supports the Sanford Children's Network. So after the game, take your team for a thrill to the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, 905 East Cherry Street, Vermillion, South Dakota.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners, when you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
Are you ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Welcome back to our coaches conversation and on Breakfast with the Coaches. I have on the line coach of the Vermillion Lady Tanagers, Coach John Brooks. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing well, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Well, hey, we're getting ready for a big game today against Parkston. Just the hits keep on coming. You guys had a big matchup against Del Rapids at the Birdcage. You also had a big match a week ago against Lyman at the Blizzard Buster Classic. Let's kind of recap your week, as we have turned the page on the second half of the season. How about that first game against Lyman? You guys got off to a hot start. They kind of worked their way back in, but you guys gritted out a victory. How important was that win coming off the losses to Makpialuta and EPJ?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. We needed to get back in the win column, and especially against a good Lyman team. I think number 3 in Class B right now. So, like I said, got off to a really good start and had really good energy right from the beginning of that game. And we're really moving offensively and making shots. And but then we kind of went through a lull there, started turning the ball over, and a good team like Lyman to get back in it. So, had to battle some adversity. Actually got down in the fourth quarter, but had some kids, Brooke hit some big shots in the fourth quarter. Her and Maddie really, I think, made 6 free throws in a row down the stretch to kind of seal that one. So, happy to get out there with a good win.
Well, and you talk about Madigan, how important is it for those other players, because we do talk about Brooke, we do talk about Taylor. How important is it for like a Maya or a Madigan or an Amara or anybody to step up when their number is called, like Madigan did, hitting big free throws, really putting it not out of reach, but making them having to hit threes and run faster than they wanted to those plays?
Yeah, anytime we're getting production out of everybody, obviously that's a key for us offensively, and we know that Brooke and Casey and Taylor to do most of our scoring, but we need those other girls to contribute as well. So, when they are, you can tell we look really good, and so we know teams are keen on our Brooke, Taylor, and Casey, and Madigan, Maya, Amar, and Lexi got to keep looking for their spots and stay aggressive offensively.
Well, and Madigan and Amaya and Amara as seniors, obviously they're probably playing even with a little bit different intensity, just knowing that, these are their final high school games, and probably, they're not probably playing basketball at the next level. We know Madigan signed to play softball at Mount Marty, but, they seem to be consistently stepping up, and they seem to be getting more and more comfortable in their roles. Are you seeing that as a coach out there?
Yeah, I think you just kind of stuff we've talked about all year is, out of the 7 kids we're playing, 5 of them are seniors. And anytime they kind of get towards the end of that senior year, they can kind of feel it. And the seniors usually are going to go down with the fight. So we need to keep playing well. We got a lot of big games coming up that's going to have a big impact on region seeding. So, we're telling the girls we got to just kind of stay with it here day by day. We can't look ahead because our schedule is too tough. We got to take this thing one game at a time. But if we keep doing what we're supposed to be doing, we'll find ourselves in a good spot. And once we get to that region playoffs, we're going to look for these seniors to carry us.
Well, and, talking about region seeding, you're kind of working your way back in. You still have games against the ones around you with Sioux Falls Christian and Dakota Valley, so big games coming up. You guys took on Del Rapids, a DAC-12 rival from the area. They always travel well. And they have a lot of great young talent. They have a freshman guard of their own in Thorson who put on a bit of a show, really talented player. And they're probably maybe a year or two away, but they gave you guys a test. How important was that? Because they're a team that has both speed and size. How important was that just to prepare you for some of the teams that you're going to be seeing here in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I thought, their 2 freshmen, Thorson and Schultz, really gave us trouble last night. They played really well, so I got to give them a lot of credit. And, those 2 names are at the top of our scout report, and they still got it done offensively. So, that's something we got to be better at. Taking away the other team's, 1 and 2 best players, and that's something that kind of always really leaned on in our program is trying to do that, and it's just something we didn't get done the other night. So something to learn from there. But now we go into a Parkson team that they're a little bit different. They're really well balanced. They got 5 kids on the floor that can all score at any given time. So it's kind of more back to just your traditional. Hey, you got to do your job and guard all of them and be really solid defensively. We're not really keen on 1 or 2 kids. We got to stop all of them, and that's why Parkson's the number 2 team in the state class B. They got a really good squad this year.
Well, and you talk about their balance. They have 5 players scoring anywhere between 7 to 15, 16 points a game. That makes it hard to defend a team like that. I mean, it is those 5, and they pretty much contribute about 90% of their scoring. But when it's that balanced out there, how difficult is that to game plan for?
Yeah, it makes it tough. And it's anytime a team is balanced, I think that just makes them a lot more difficult to guard. So, they run a lot of high-low stuff. They try to pound it inside their post and play out their post. And then if you double, they have really good guards that can all shoot it from the outside. So, you just got to try to take away some of their looks. You got to try to make it as difficult as you can on them inside. We got to make sure we're not getting beat on their high-low stuff. Our guards, we got to keep them in front of us. Their guards are really quick. They get to the hoop well. They shoot it well. So our help side, our help defense, our team defense has to be really, really solid against them.
Well, and just kind of having looked at them a little bit this season, it looks like they get off to really fast starts. Looks like in that first quarter they hit the ground running and don't let up, and that puts their opponents on their heels. How important is it to stifle that and for you guys to get out to that fast start?
Yeah, that's key. You can't dig yourself a hole against a really good team like Parkston. So we got to come out better than we did against Del Rapids. We got to be completely focused on all of our defensive assignments, but we got to get going offensively, and I think that's a big key for us. When we're putting the ball in the hoop, obviously anybody, but that makes us. You kind of get you going, get your confidence going. We can't be coming out of this thing with only 5 or 6 points in the first quarter, and now we're down 9 or 10, and that makes it really difficult against a team like Parkston. So we got to play for 2 minutes.
And, as we talk, obviously there's the week ahead, and obviously we're looking at Parkston, but you also have big games coming up the next week. Everyone's getting ill. It goes through the school, it goes through the town. How do you balance that rest, recuperation, and practice and focus as you have a game on Saturday, a game on Tuesday, and a game on Thursday? How, as a coach, you've been through this a number of times. How do you try to balance that?
Yeah, it's we're at the point now. This is the 3rd Saturday in a row. We got to play again next Saturday. We need a Saturday. Honestly, we need a weekend off. That would to just help with our rest. But we've told our girls we got to battle through this thing. We're doing this for a reason, and it's going to prepare us for that region time at the end of the year. So we got to work really hard here the next 10 days. I think we basically have another 5 games here or so in the next 11 to 12 days that we got to be locked in for, and then we get some good rest towards the end of our season. The last week and a half we only have 1 game, so the rest is coming, but we got to stay locked in and really battle here through the next week and a half.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much, as always, for taking the time to join me this morning. Really appreciate it. Rest up, and hopefully the girls are able to rest up, and we'll see you in Huron at the Huron Arena for the matchup against Parkston.
All right. That sounds good, Michael. Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yep, you too.
Bye-bye. That was Coach John Brooks of the Vermillion Lady Tanagers. They've had a big week. Lyman and Del Rapids victories, so 2 in a row. Big games this week, though. Parkston against Parkston in the Huron Arena. Then they take on Beersford, so a region matchup. And then they take on Sioux Falls Christian, the top team in the state, who just defeated Dakota Valley on Thursday night. So a lot of big-time matchups for this Tanager team, and we'll be here to bring you all of it on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. I'm Michael Schumacher. We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women, names like Ariat and Carhartt for men, boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Get the finest wood
It's not just wood at the Lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the Lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the Lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the Lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion. Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals are your locally owned and operated ready mix and rental companies available in both Yankton and Vermillion. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete and they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? You can also get all your hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more for any job you need to get done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals as your concrete and rental equipment headquarters of Yankton and Vermillion.
Good evening and welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. This is all part of the Carlson's Body Shop pregame show. My name is Michael Schumacher alongside Katie and Reigen Lewedag. We're getting ready to bring you the Vermillion Tanagers and the Parkston Trojans. Vermillion Tanagers girls are receiving votes in the most recent South Dakota Prep Media Poll for Class A. And Parkston, well, they are receiving every second place vote in Class B. Centerville receives all 20 first place votes this past week. So Vermillion, or for Parkston, if you're wondering how they got here, they have one loss on the season. They actually lost by 3 to the Wagner team that we just saw play against Millbank. Otherwise, they have beaten Kimball White Lake, Tri-Valley. Now, they beat Tri-Valley by 18. And if you're one of those who likes to look at common opponents, Vermillion did play Tri-Valley, and they beat them by 3. So that, I don't know if that's concerning, but that was also on Tri-Valley's opening night of their new gymnasium. So just kind of one of those things where there was a lot of positive energy in the gym at that night. They beat Tripp Delmont Armour. They beat Chamberlain. They beat the Viborg Hurley girls. They beat Winter, Hanson, and Miller. They beat Canastota, lost to Wagner. They beat Lyman by 7. So very similar scores that way. And then Bonholm and Platte Geddes. That brings you to today against Vermillion. So we're going to bring you their starting lineups. Starting lineups are brought to you by Central Farmers Cooperative. Central Farmers Cooperative serving the ag community for over 30 years. Central Farmers Cooperative, a proud sponsor of Tanager Athletics and the starting lineups. So again, in case you are just joining us, the stream, we got here from Madison. We broadcast in Madison for the boys. We get here and the camera does not want to zoom, nor does it want to focus. So we are improvising and we're doing the FaceTime camera on the Mac computer. So occasionally you're going to see a hand come in front of the camera maybe, and you might see a pretty face come in on the left side of the screen. If you do see that, just know it's Katie. And type into the chat, say, "Hi, Katie." And I tell you what, if you see Katie and you type "Hi, Katie," we'll have a drawing at the end. We'll give you a $5 gift certificate to something. All right, so here comes the starting lineups. So for Parkston, and they're going to alternate. So starting for Parkston, number 5'6" senior Lauren Zebart, who is a captain. She's averaging 7.5 points, 2.4 rebounds, 2.9 assists, and 2.4 steals. Also for Parkston, number 14, Berkeley Zebart. It might not be Lauren starting. That's what Coach Knipling gave me, but she was not the first one introduced. So right now it's Berkeley Zebart, who averages 13.7 points, 2.7 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 3.1 steals. Kiera Oakley, a 5'9" sophomore. Berkeley Zebart's a 5'7" sophomore. Kiera averages 10.5 points, 5.9 rebounds, 1.1 assist, and 1.9 steals. And then Morgan Maxwell, a 5'6" sophomore, number 22, averaging 8.1 points, 1.8 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and 1.7 steals. And, okay, they introduced Lauren last. Maya Thuringer, a 5'8" senior, captain, averaging 9.3 points per game, 2.9 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and 1.5 steals. For Vermillion, their same starting lineup as we've enjoyed all season long. Casey Hansen averaging 10 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Maya Halverson, 6' senior guard, averaging 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Taylor Roovers, the 5'5 freshman, averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 4.5 steals. Madigan Wallen, the 5'8 senior guard, averaging 3 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1.5 steals. She just signed last week to play softball for Mount Marty. And then Brooke Jensen, the 6'1 senior guard who has signed with USD, averaging 16 points, 6.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 2.3 steals. So let's get ready for some basketball from the historic Huron Arena. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie Reigen Lewedag and Reigen Lewedag. And jumping for Vermillion will be Maya Halverson. Jumping for Parkston will be Kiera Oakley. And here we go, and Parkston does win the tip. Parkston in blue with white letters and orange trim moving left to right on your screen. Vermillion in white with red letters and numbers and black trim. So here's Berkeley Zebart. They get it over to Maya Thuringer. Thuringer, the senior, gets it over to Berkeley Zebart. They get it over to Lauren Zebart. So 3 sophomores and 2 seniors in that starting lineup for Parkston. And Berkeley Zebart with the 3-point attempt. No good. Rebound to Maya Halverson. Tune in Monday to At the Mic, and we will have an in-depth interview with Maya Halverson as part of our Tanager Talks, brought to you by Dakota Realty. Now here's Brooke Jensen bringing it back around. Madigan Wallen cutting to the basket, and that is going to be a foul. And so that is a great move by Madigan, again, who is going to be playing softball next year for Mount Marty, but we get 1 softball season left with her with the Tanagers. So that foul is on. I did not see. I think it's on Berkeley Zebart. Yes, that is Zebart's first personal. First free throw by Madigan is up and good. So Vermillion now leads 1-0. It said 1-0 earlier. We're just going to keep it there because nobody gets a handicap. It's not golf. And Madigan Wallen gets the second one. 2 for 2 from the line. So Vermillion takes a 2-0 lead. 1 minute in to this matchup with number 2 in Class B, Parkston. That pass gets away from Oakley, but she tracks it down, guarded by Halverson. Halverson and Wallen, they don't have the numbers, but when you're looking at points and rebounds, but man, they play great defense. They are a great presence, and they are going to call a foul on Taylor Roovers. Man, if Katie had a headset on, she'd agree. I don't know that was a foul. Katie never thinks they're fouls, so she'd be a horrible, horrible official. Or maybe a great one. I don't know, but that is the first on Taylor Roovers. As they get the ball into Oakley. Oakley drives in. Guarded there by Halverson. Gets it out to Morgan Maxwell. Maxwell averaging 8 points on the season. These 3 sophomores, Parkson is going to be really good next year. They're going to be a team. They're really good this year, but when those sophomores become juniors. Here's Berkeley Zebart, guarded by Roovers. And that shot no good by Thuringer. Rebound there by Brooke Jensen. Good defense by Vermillion on that one. As Jensen drives into the free throw line, gets it over to Casey Hansen. Boy, you'd love to see Hansen hit 1 or 2 here just to get some confidence. I think she's been in a little bit of a cold stretch, but here's Brooke Jensen for 3. No good. Short. I think that's going to be off of Parkston, though. So Vermillion will inbound the ball with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter and a fresh 35-second shot clock. So Hansen along the baseline, gets it up top to Maya Halverson, drives in, up at the right hand, no good. But Halverson gets a rebound, kicks it out to Wallen. Wallen for 3. Oh, no good. So 2-0 still Vermillion, 5:45 to go. On the Masaba scoreboard, this is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, here on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. Thuringer drives in. Nice defense by Madigan Wallen. Rebound there by Halverson. That is Halverson's 3rd rebound. That already exceeds her season average. Wallen in the paint, hits a cutting Roovers. Roovers puts it up, but when she was caught under the basket, really didn't have a shot, but she knew she got fouled, so she threw one up, so she's going to be going to the line to shoot 2. Roovers has a really high basketball IQ. And here's the first of 2 free throws for Roovers. Up and in. So Vermillion now up 3-0. on the back of 3 free throws. Checking in is number 10, Alexis Holzbauer, another sophomore for this Parkston team. Roovers hits both. Vermillion now up 4-0 with 5:22 to go. We did talk with Coach Brooks about how important Vermillion getting out strong is going to be. And so right now, a 4-0 lead, 3 minutes gone. Halverson, and they're going to call a foul on Halverson on Kiera Oakley. So that'll be Halverson's first personal, second team foul. So Ziebart gets the ball into Thuringer, gets it back at the elbow. Here's Kiera Oakley driving in, loses the handle of it, and Madigan Wallen with the steal. So Roovers getting instructions from Coach Brooks, gets it across the timeline. 4:54 to go here at the historic Huron Arena. Casey Hansen, has that pass stolen away by Thuringer in the paint. Probably tried to go a little too far with that pass. Threw too many hands, I think. And here is Morgan Maxwell. And gets the ball over to Alexis Holzbauer. And they're going to call a travel on Morgan Maxwell. I think she did a little bit of a hop when she faked her shot, and so they are going to call that a travel. So a turnover sends the ball back over to Vermillion. And here's a timeout, a quick 30-second timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. And that timeout will be taken by, we don't know, but taken by Parkston. And we'll be right back after these messages.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie and Reigen Lewedag. Coming out of that Murph's Appliance timeout, Vermillion leads 4-0 with 4:18 to go here in the first quarter. Brooke Jensen drives in, takes it to Hansen, out to Wallen. Wallen thought about the three, kicks it out to Halverson. Jensen, pass out to Hansen. Hansen for three. Just hit the front iron, rolled through. Jensen with the rebound and the putback. No good, though. And so rebound there to Parkston halfway through this first quarter. And Thuringer unable to get it to fall. Brooke Jensen gets her third rebound of the night. Parkston's had a few looks. They just haven't been able to get them to drop. So here's Roovers with 2 points on the night. Again, all points have come off free throws until now. See, Taylor wanted to prove me wrong. Mid-statement there, drives in from the right side, makes it 6-0 in favor of Vermillion. So a really nice start for this Tanager team as Holzbauer has the ball, gets it over to Thuringer at the top of the key. Morgan Maxwell out to Holzbauer. Off the back iron, rebound there by Casey Hansen. Parkston's getting looks. They just can't get him to drop right now. Here's Casey Hansen on the left side. Gets it over to Halverson. Halverson to Jensen. 2:56 to go. On the Masaba scoreboard, Jensen for three. No good. Rebound there by Lauren Ziebart. Ziebart gets the ball out to Maxwell. There's a three-pointer for Alexis Holzbauer. Makes it 6-3. And here's Halverson down low on the block. And they're going to call Halverson with a travel. And in come Lexi Hansen and Amara Thomas. Also for Parkston, Taylor Fink and Berkeley Ziebart checks in. Berkeley Ziebart checks back in. Taylor Fink checks in. Checking out for Vermillion, Madigan Wallen and Maya Halverson. So here's Berkeley Ziebart, gets it to Fink. They get it down low to Maya Thuringer. She has nowhere to go with it. They get it back up top to Lauren Ziebart. Ziebart drives the right side of the lane. Blocked there by Brooke Jensen. And, knocked out of bounds by Vermillion. Nice block there by Brooke Jensen, though. Unless they're saying it hit out of bounds after Brooke blocked it. I didn't think it did, but there's a turnaround by Ziebart. Berkeley Ziebart, no good. Rebound by Brooke Jensen. That's her 4th rebound. No points yet, but 4 rebounds and a block for Brooke. Minute 55 to go, 6-3 Vermillion lead. Lexi Hansen on the left-hand side. Now she can hit that. She just doesn't take it too much right now. Amara Thomas drives in, gets it to Roovers. Roovers, little pull-up jumper, and she'll drain it. Taylor Roovers with 6 of Vermillion's 8 points. Vermillion now leads 8-3 with a minute 32 to go on the Mesaba scoreboard. Here comes Maxwell into the paint. Gets it off to Berkeley Ziebart. She'll go down the right side, and that lane just opened right up. Nice job by Fink to clear the lane. As Ziebart gets her first 2. Lexi Hansen hands the ball off to Taylor Roovers. Roovers gets it over to Jensen. They try to get it down low to Hansen, and boy, just good Parkson defense, and that is going to be a jump ball created by Brooke Jensen, and that will go to Vermillion. So with 53 seconds to go, Vermillion leads 8-5, and as cold as Parkston was, Parkston probably has to feel kind of lucky, feel pretty fortunate or grateful that they're only down 8-5. That really leaves them within striking distance. Inbound pass to Brooke. Gets away from her, but she tracks it down. Here's Hansen. As Amara Thomas and Coach Knipling really wanted a moving screen on Amara Thomas. And yeah, I can see it. Hansen, for 3 and just off the side iron. And that'll be out of bounds off of Vermillion. So with 32 seconds, Parkston looks to cut it to 1 or tie it with the possession as the shot clock is off. So out there for Parkston, Carice Tapio, Morgan Maxwell, Berkeley Ziebart, Kiera Oakley, and Lauren Ziebart. Here's Lauren Ziebart with the ball, gets it over to Oakley, over to Berkeley Ziebart. Long three-point attempt, no good, but rebound there by Kiera Oakley, and she's going to get the and one attempt. So it's 8-7 with 15.6 seconds remaining. In comes Alexis Holzbauer. Out goes Berkeley Ziebart. And also checking in now, Brooklyn Wagner. Checking out, Morgan Maxwell. Get a little bit of an extra breather here at the end of the quarter. That free throw is good, and we are tied. Oakley with the old-fashioned three-point play. Vermillion will play for the final shot, though. Tied at 8 after 1/4 of play, after almost 8 minutes of play. And Taylor into Jensen. Jensen for 3, too hard. Rebound to Hansen. Hansen down to Roovers. Roovers up with the right hand and unable to get it to drop. And the ref says it wouldn't have counted anyhow. So, after 1 period of play, Vermillion 8, Parkston 8 on the Mesaba scoreboard. This is Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We'll be back with more right after this.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kalen's to anyone.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Reigen Lewedag and her mom Katie, who is doing some yeoman's work here, working the scoreboard and all of that, working the FaceTime camera. After one quarter of play, Vermillion and Parkston tied at 8. Vermillion got out to a 6-0 lead. Parkston chipped away until it was tied at the end. But here's a steal, and Hansen up with the 2 on the assist by Jensen. So Vermillion back out to a 10-8 lead now. So here's Lauren Ziebart over to Kiera Oakley. The Central Farmers Cooperative starting lineup for Vermillion, same as the first quarter here in the second. Taylor Ruvers, Maya Halverson, Casey Hansen, Madigan Wallen, and Brooke Jensen. Berkeley Ziebart cut into the lane and ties it back up at 10. Halverson, she'll take the 3. She'll drain the 3. Maya Halverson. Like I said, if you want to hear her, she'll be on At the Mic on Monday during the 8 o'clock hour. 13-10 in favor of Vermillion, 1 minute in. Morgan Maxwell gets it down low to Berkeley Ziebart. She's going to be fouled there by Casey Hansen, though. So she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Oh, no, that's on Ruvers. Ruvers is second. Wow. So Taylor Ruvers now has 2 fouls. Vermillion's first of the quarter. As Berkeley Ziebart's first free throw is up and good. 13-11 on the Masaba scoreboard. Vermillion leads, but Berkeley Ziebart going for her second free throw here. And that one will rattle out, but rebound there by Maya Thuringer. They get it over to Ziebart for 3, and she drains it. Berkeley Ziebart with the 3 gives Parkston their first lead at 14-13 with 6:44 to go in the second quarter. Madigan Wallen. Here's Casey Hansen out to Halverson. Over to Wallen. Wallen will take the 3. Wallen will drain the 3. She took the advice of the Parkston kids up here, and she made it, so it was nice. 16-14 in favor of Vermillion. At one point, Madigan Wallen did have the highest three-point percentage on the team. Berkeley Ziebart up and in. She is a good player. Berkeley Ziebart, a 5'7" sophomore. Mark that name down. As we're now tied at 16 with 5:58 to go left in the second. Ruvers, no foul. The foul is on the floor. They will not give continuation, and that foul is going to be called on Morgan Maxwell. That's her first. Team's first. So Casey Hansen will inbound from the baseline. Gets it into Jensen. Jensen, pull-up jumper. That is long, but Halverson with the rebound. Halverson loses it out of bounds, and that will be a turnover. So with 5:45 to go in the second period, Vermillion and Parkston tied at 16. So here's Lauren Ziebart bringing the ball up, gets it across midcourt. She's out there with Maya Thuringer, Berkeley Ziebart, Morgan Maxwell, and Kiera Oakley. Berkeley Ziebart gets it to Lauren at the top of the key, guarded by Casey Hansen. Morgan Maxwell up and in. Nice job by Morgan Maxwell, giving Parkston the lead again. 18-16. I believe this is their biggest lead of the game. Madigan Wallen, she'll drive. Kicks it out to Halverson. Halverson will drive down the left side of the lane. Ruvers. She'll take that 3. That'll be hard off the back iron. But Madigan Wallen getting the rebound. Back out to Taylor Ruvers. Madigan Wallen. That's what Madigan does. Here's Brooke Jensen with 4:52 to go. She drives in. Loses control of it, but Hansen picks it up. Good defense by this Parkston team. Turnaround jumper for Hansen will not fall, and Kiera Oakley gets the rebound. Morgan Maxwell cannot make the shot. Casey Hansen with the rebound, and that's going to be a timeout by Coach Brooks, and that's going to be a full timeout. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion with 4:31 to go. Vermillion trails 18-16 on the Mesaba scoreboard. Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Fuller Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside Katie and Reigen, as we are bringing you Tanager basketball. Coming out of that Murph's Appliance timeout, Vermillion trails 18-16. So they try to get the ball down low to Taylor Roovers. They get it out to Brooke Jensen. Little turnaround jumper will drop for Brooke. And Brooke scores her first points of the night, making it 18-18 with halfway through this second quarter. Parkston showing why they're the second-ranked team in Class B. Vermillion has lost to Centerville, the top-ranked team in Class B, and they beat Lyman, the fourth-ranked team in Class B. And that's going to be a foul on Maya Halverson. That'll be her second. Centerville beat them just before Christmas at the Sanford Coyote Sports Center. Beat them by 3, if I remember correctly. So Halverson's second personal, second team foul. And Oakley gets that shot to drop as Lexi Hansen will check in. Oakley now has 4 points. Maya Halverson checks out. And Oakley's second free throw is up and good. So Parkston back up to a 2-point lead, 20-18 with 3:53 to go here in the first half. Brooke Jensen brings the ball up. Drives in, kicks into Wallen on the baseline, back out to Jensen. Jensen for 3. Can't get it to fall, and here's Lauren Ziebart with the rebound. And Berkeley Ziebart is able to get in, and this is now the biggest lead for this Parkston team, 22-18 as Hansen gets the ball to a cutting Roovers. And that is going to be a foul on Thuringer. Thuringer, that'll be her first. Team's second, but it will be on the shot, so Roovers will go to the line to shoot 2. Oh no, they called it on Morgan Maxwell, and that is Maxwell's second. Roovers' first free throw is up and good. So Taylor now has 7 points on the night. Makes it 22-19. Looking to pull them within 2, get Vermillion to 20 points. Second free throw rolls in. So 3:17 to go. Vermillion trails 22-20. This Parkston team is every bit as good as advertised. And here's Lauren Ziebart out to Maya Thuringer, who thought about the 3. Drives in, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound to Lexi Hansen. They're going to call a jump ball. Seems like a quick call on a jump sometimes. But that ball will favor Vermillion. So Hansen gets it into Jensen. So Vermillion looking to tie it up or take the lead as they get it over to Madigan Wallen. She'll drive into the paint. Gets it into Roovers. Roovers' little jumper, no good. From a little behind the basket, I think an angle like that's always a little awkward. Morgan Maxwell ahead to Berkeley Ziebart, and boy, Ziebart hits. Ziebart has 14 points already. Here's Casey Hansen. Drives it in, kicks it out to Wallen. Wallen drives in, over to Jensen. Working that inside-out game as they get a cutting Wallen. Wallen misses, but Hansen with the rebound. Hansen up and cannot connect. Berkeley Ziebart for three, no good. Rebound there by Kiera Oakley. Kick it out to Thuringer for three, no good. Rebound to Taylor Roovers. Roovers driving up, kicks it out to Lexi Hansen. Hansen down on the block, and that will be a foul on Thuringer. So that'll be Thuringer's first. Lexi Hansen will go to the line to shoot two, with Vermillion trailing by 4 with 1:56 to go here in the second quarter. Really good ball game so far. This Parkston team is going to be a force in Class B for the rest of the season. Lexi Hansen's first free throw is up and good. So Lexi Hansen on the board now with 1 point. Every starter has scored for Vermillion, and 1 out of 2 reserves have scored. Amara Thomas checks in as Madigan Wallen checks out. Second free throw for Lexi rolls off. So Parkston with a 3-point lead brings the ball up. They get it over to Morgan Maxwell. Lauren Ziebart gets it down low to Thuringer. Up top to Berkeley. Berkeley will drive in. Kick it out to Thuringer. Four seconds on the shot clock. As they drive in, and that is Maxwell able to drive all the way in, get her second bucket of the day. It was good defense by Vermillion, just really good drive there by Maxwell. Here's Taylor Roovers, 1:19 to go in the first half. Roovers with the pull-up jumper, and that will drop for Taylor. She now has 10 points on the day, 26-23. And Berkeley Ziebart misses the shot, but that ball is out of bounds off of Vermillion. So Lauren Ziebart along the baseline, and that's a timeout. He knew it was about 5 seconds. Timeout taken by Coach Nippling of the Parkston Trojans. So we'll be back as well. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
Candice Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands 28 to 56 in store. Candice Couture, 17 West Main Street.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie and Reigen Lewedag with 1:02 to go. Vermillion trails 26-23 as we get ready for halftime. Stick around for the Fast Auto Glass halftime show. But we are coming out of that Murph's Appliance timeout taken by Parkston. Parkston has 3 timeouts left. Vermillion has 4. Vermillion got out to a 6-0 lead, but Parkston has been able to fight back, and they've been ahead by as many as 4, leading by 3. But here's Lauren Ziebart getting the ball in. Gets it up top to Kiera Oakley, who drives in. Kicks it out, and that is going to be off of Berkeley Ziebart. So Vermillion, nice job on the inbound. So with less than a minute to go, 58.9 seconds, Vermillion trails 26-23, looking to cut that deficit to 1 or maybe tie it up on this possession. Taylor Roovers, she has 10 of Vermillion's 23 points. Here's Casey Hansen. Hansen drives in on the baseline, up with the left hand, up and in. Nice job by Casey. As it's now 26-25, Vermillion would love to get a stop here. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So we'll see if Parkston works that way down, works the clock down. Berkeley Ziebart to Kiera Oakley. She'll take the 3, and she will not make it, but Amara Thomas gets the rebound. Nice job by Amara. And so Vermillion looking maybe to take the lead here before halftime. So here's Roovers with 14 seconds to go. They will pull it down, and she'll drive in. Kick it out to Hansen. Hansen for 3. No good, off the iron. Rebound there by Parkston with 1 second to go. And that is a block by Taylor Roovers. And that is the way the half will end. Parkston 26, Vermillion 25. We'll be back with our Fast Auto Glass halftime show after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters.
Slumberland Furniture in Yankton, the place to shop for your next new mattress. Find brands like Stearns & Foster, Nectar, and the hottest selling mattress, Purple, measured for your comfort and a dream-laden night's sleep. There's the new Adapt by Tempur-Pedic as well. Slumberland Furniture has Flex Steel furniture too, comfy and classy. That's Slumberland Furniture, 2401 Broadway, Yankton. Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers!
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Remember the Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
Nice. Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. This is the Fast Auto Glass halftime show, and I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie and Reigen Lewedag. This is Tanager Basketball on 5-star Vermillion, streaming on YouTube and ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermillion and Yankton. Well, on the Masaba scoreboard, Vermillion trails Parkston by a score of 26-25. Vermillion started off with a 6-0 lead. Before Parkston hit a 3, and then Parkston was able to pull ahead. They've led by as many as 4. Vermillion's biggest lead was that 6 points. Vermillion scoring, they're being led by Taylor Roovers with 10. 5 points for Madigan Wallen. 4 points for Casey Hansen. 3 points for Maya Halverson. 2 for Brooke Jensen, and 1 for Lexi Hansen. For Parkston, well, they're being led by Berkeley Zebart with 14. 14 points for Berkeley Zebart, 5 for Kiera Oakley, 4 for Morgan Maxwell, and 3 for Alexis Holzbauer. Both Maya Thuringer and Lauren Ziebart have been shut out so far. They average between the two of them about 17 points per game. So it'll be interesting to see if they're able to break out a little bit. Brooke Jensen's been held in check for the Tanagers. So that is kind of a look at this, at the game so far. Katie's going to chime in after the break with what she thinks we can see in the second half. But we're going to take a 1-minute timeout here on our Fast Auto Glass halftime show. I'm Michael Schumacher. This is Tanager Basketball on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, baby, I got a great idea for your next commercial. You're in a jungle with a dinosaur, looking for an outlet for your vacuum.
A dinosaur? No, I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning. You know, like office buildings, ensuring happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
Commercial buildings? I think I can work with that, Jerry. I'm gonna make you a star.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher. This is the Fast Auto Glass halftime show, where Vermillion trails on the Mesaba scoreboard 26-25. Again, Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And we have Katie Crossway with us, the Washington Warriors semi-legend. Katie, what was your take on that first half, and what does Vermillion need to do in the second?
I think it was a pretty evenly matched first half game. I think, they went back and forth pretty well, and I'd like to see them get a little more aggressive. I think I say this all the time. I like to see them get it into Amara down inside there. She had a couple good looks. Like to see them use that a little more, get into her, and otherwise just keep a little more. They haven't been shooting outside as much today, I don't think.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
So maybe if they get hot a little bit and start shooting from the outside a little more. But otherwise, they have to just keep up good defense, do what they're doing.
All right. Well, I think that's exactly right, and so we'll see if Vermillion's able to do that. When we come back, we'll be ready for tip-off here in the second half. I'm Michael Schumacher, along with Reagan and Katie. This is Tanager Basketball, and this is the Fast Auto Glass halftime show brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Tanager Basketball.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Mesaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at mesabainc.com/career. When I grow up, I want to work at Mesaba.
Mesaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. As we wrap up the Fast Auto Glass halftime show on the Mesaba scoreboard, Vermillion leads trails 26-25 to Parkston. The Central Farmers Cooperative starting five for Vermillion as we begin the second half will be the same as the first. Casey Hansen, Maya Halverson, Madigan Wallen, Taylor Roovers, and Brooke Jensen. And so Vermillion, like Katie said, just it doesn't seem like they're they're shooting much from the outside, but they're not driving it in as much. Just feels like they're having trouble getting some shots off. And Parkson's not getting a ton of shots off either. And their starting lineup, brought to you by Central Farmers Cooperative, is Lauren Ziebart, Berkeley Ziebart, Morgan Maxwell, Kiera Oakley, and Maya Thuringer. So Parkston will begin with possession. And Vermillion gets out there. Again, the first two reserves for Vermillion are Amara Thomas and Lexi Hansen. See if they can maybe work it into Amara. I think she could get a couple of shots in there, but she played some great defense in her moments out there. And Berkeley Ziebart drives in, and she now has 16 points on the day. Parkson's lead back up to 3, 28-25 with 7:42 to go in the third quarter. Brooke Jensen gets it out to Casey Hansen. Hansen over to Roovers. Here's Madigan Wallen into Brooke Jensen on the block. Turnaround, and they're going to call a travel as she got caught up, and wasn't a foul. They didn't call a jump ball. So that'll be a turnover to Parkston as Lauren Ziebart brings the ball up. Gets the ball over to the right-hand side to Berkeley Ziebart. Here's Morgan Maxwell on the left side, guarded by Wallen. Berkeley Ziebart drives in, up with the left hand, and they're going to call a foul on Casey Hansen. Boy, that, I saw Katie's face there, and I thought the same thing. That was really just good defense, but that'll be Casey Hansen's second. And that free throw is up and good for Berkeley Ziebart. And second free throw for Berkeley, up and good as well. She now has 18 points on the night. So Taylor Roovers gets the ball across midcourt. Gets it over to Brooke Jensen. Jensen will drive in. Pull-up jumper. That'll drain in. And Brooke has her second basket of the evening. So that lead is back down to 3. So that was the biggest lead for Parkston when it was 30-25. And Ziebart has the ball, guarded there by Taylor Roovers. It's ball to Thuringer, working the ball around the perimeter. As Lauren Ziebart gets it out to Morgan Maxwell, who will take that three, and that will not drop, but Kiera Oakley gets the rebound ahead of Maya Halverson, and Berkeley Ziebart drives in. Nice job by Casey Hansen to block it. She's unable to retain it, so the ball does go out of bounds, and it will go to Parkston, but a nice job by Casey to get that block. So Lauren Ziebart inbounds. They get it into Berkeley for 3. No good. Rebound there by Brooke Jensen. Here's Roovers. Vermillion looking to cut that lead to 1 or tie it back up as they get it over to Hansen. Hansen drives in on the baseline, kicks it into Wallen. Wallen unable to get that to fall. And Kiera Oakley comes away with the ball. So here's Berkeley Ziebart at the top of the key. Oakley over to Maxwell. 18 seconds on the shot clock. As Thuringer gets it back to Lauren Ziebart. 12, 10. Wow, and Lauren Ziebart's able to clear right through the right side of the defense for her first points of the night. Back to that 5-point lead for Parkston. Roovers with the ball, gets it over to Brooke Jensen. Jensen drives in, kicks out to Wallen. Over to Roovers. They get it down low to Wallen. Wallen unable to finish it, but Casey Hansen gets the rebound and brings it back out. Hansen drives in, and she is going to be fouled there by Thuringer. That'll be Thuringer's second. And that'll be on the shot, so Casey Hansen will go to the line to shoot 2. With 5:04 to go on the Mesaba scoreboard. Coach Brooks down there giving Maya Halverson some instruction. And Casey's first free throw rims out. As Lexi Hansen checks in for Halverson. Here's Casey's second free throw. That is up, and that is good. Nothing but net on that one for Casey. So it's down to a 4-point lead, 32-28, 5:01 to go. Vermillion needs a stop here, though. Here's Berkeley Ziebart. Gets across to Lauren Ziebart. Here's Kiera Oakley. Thought about the three, but Wallen's right there. She'll drive in, up with the right hand, and in. Kiera Oakley with her second field goal. Makes that a 6-point lead now for Parkson. Now that is their biggest lead of the night. Casey Hansen into the paint, up with the left hand, unable to connect. Rebound there, Berkeley Ziebart. And we are not getting rebounds. That's the unfortunate thing. We're missing a few, and we're not able to get second chances on the offensive side. So here's Thuringer, guarded by Jensen. Thuringer loses control. That ball is on the ground, and Coach Knipling wants to take a timeout. Timeout taken by Parkston, so we'll take one as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance. Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. On the Masaba scoreboard, Vermillion trails 34-28 with 4:12 to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
At Voyage Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
Jordan Kirkman here from downtown Vermillion's American Family Insurance Office. We love being part of the community and want to help with your insurance needs. So stop in today and see me, Jordan Kirkman, sales specialist with Buchelman & Associates, located at 112 West Main Street, or call 605-624-2025. And if you're in Yankton, be sure to stop by our new office there as well. Go Tanagers and go Yotes.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. That Parkston timeout was brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. 4:07 to go. Vermillion trails 34-28. That ball was blocked by Casey Hansen into the hands of Lexi Hansen. So the Hansen sisters, just like the old hockey movie Slapshot, the Hansen brothers, well, we've got the Hansen sisters. Madigan Wallen up and in. Madigan had missed a few bunnies earlier, but she got that one to fall. Vermillion now 34-30. We've got a kid here putting down every seat. Poor janitor's going to have to go through. So here is Berkeley Ziebart. Gets the ball over to Lauren. Lauren tries to drive in, gets it down low to Oakley. Oakley can't handle it though, so back out to Lauren. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Morgan Maxwell for three. That'll be off. But rebound there by Kiera Oakley. Up and no good. Rebound to Oakley again, and she's going to be fouled on the shot. Coach Brooks cannot be happy with the rebounding right now. Oakley got 3 shots at that. So Oakley at the line to shoot 2 is Lexi Hansen. Got her first personal. Second team foul of the quarter. And she misses the first. Here comes her second. That was her first miss. She's now 3 for 4 from the line. Here's Oakley's second free throw. That is good. She now has 8 points on the night. 35-30. Parkston leads Vermillion with 3:15 to go here in the third quarter. Casey gets it over to Lexi. Roovers had some freedom there for a second. Down to Lexi on the block. Kicks it out to Amara. Amara gets it back. Little turn-up jumper, no good. And rebound into the hands of Kiera Oakley. Yeah, Vermillion is, boy, they're not getting him on the offensive or defensive end right now. That's got to be frustrating. And that's leading to some second chance points and to some fouls and free throws for Parkston. But only a 5-point deficit with 2:40 to go in the third quarter, so a lot of opportunities for Vermillion here. And here's Kiera Oakley driving in. Nice block by Brooke Jensen. Gets the ball over to Casey Hansen. Here's Ruvers on the left-hand side, guarded there by Lauren Ziebart. Tries to get down to Lexi Hansen. Just an ill-advised pass for Taylor. Lexi was pretty well covered. 2:10 to go, 35-30. Short little jumper, no good. Rebound to Parkston, up and in. For Taylor Fink. Now it's a 7-point deficit. Minute 55 to go in the third quarter. Here's Hansen on the left-hand side. Vermillion, they've only scored 5 points this quarter. Here's Ruvers. Kicks it out to Lexi. Lexi will take that three. Oh, that is in and out. And that is out of bounds off of Parkston. That was created by Amara, though. Amara being there forced Parkston to try to defend that. So Madigan Wallen and Maya Halverson check in. Amara and Lexi check out. Casey Hansen on the baseline now. Gets it into Brooke Jensen in the paint. Down low to Ruvers. Ruvers cannot connect. Hansen or Jensen with the rebound and the turnaround. Unable to connect on the shot, but she is fouled. That is the second team foul for Parkston, and that was on Fink. Brooke Jensen's first free throw is just off the back iron. So Vermillion just having trouble getting anything to fall since that first quarter, unfortunately. Brooke's second free throw is good. So Brooke now has 5 points. Maxwell gets it down to Thuringer, guarded by Halverson. And Thuringer just bowled her way in there. That's her first field goal, making it 39-31 with a minute 8 to go. Here's Brooke Jensen at the top of the key. Madigan Wallen. Over to Brooke. Brooke for three. That'll be off the front iron. Rebound there by Fink. And that's the problem. Sometimes when Vermillion's hot, they're hot. And when they're not, they're not. And a lot of them are just cold. And that's going to be a foul on Ruvers as Berkeley Ziebart drove in. Makes that. That is her 7th field goal of the game. And Taylor Ruvers has her 3rd foul. It's the team's 3rd. And Berkeley Ziebart will go to the line to shoot the and one as Fink checks out. Kiera Oakley checks in. 47.1 seconds to go in this third quarter. So that is now a double-digit lead for Parkston. That is 11 points, an 11-point lead for Parkston. And checking out is Berkeley Ziebart. Checking in is Kendall Herman. So, 12-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Taylor gets the ball across midcourt. Vermillion trails 42-31. Brooke Jensen for three, no good. Rebound Casey Hansen, up and in. Nice job by Casey. Gets that lead back down to 9, single digits. And they're having trouble getting it in. They get it into Alexis Holzbauer. Down low, Kiera Oakley, up and in. Boy, and they are just so good at getting it within 5 to 6 feet and then making that shot. So an 11-point lead again for Parkston. 5 seconds to go. Taylor Ruvers drives in, kicks it over to Wallen. Wallen's going to have that blocked. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. We'll go to the fourth with Vermillion trailing 44-33. I'm Michael Schumacher with Katie and Reigen, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
For over 40 years, your local heating and cooling contractor has been Larry's Heating and Cooling. How did they stay in business that long? The customers know they stand behind their work. They offer top quality name brand equipment, and no one matches Larry's pricing when compared to the other local Lennox dealers based in Iowa. Larry's is $2,000 less for the same equipment. Not a Larry's customer? When you're ready to upgrade, trust Larry's. Honest prices, no gimmicks, and reliable service. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher with Katie and Reigen Lewedag. As we enter the fourth quarter, Vermillion trails on the Mesaba scoreboard 44-33. This is Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Taylor Roovers with the ball. She's been held in check. She's been the one they have not allowed to have a clear shots. Turnaround jumper for Brooke Jensen off the back iron. Rebound there by Kiara Oakley, and that's been the story of the night. Parkston getting those first rebounds, keeping Vermillion from any second chance points. Morgan Maxwell for three. That'll be short. Rebound into the hands of Taylor Roovers. Gets it over to Casey Hansen. Hansen over to Jensen. Jensen gets it down to Halverson. Halverson up and in. Halverson with her first non-three-pointer of the night. Gets it down to a 9-point deficit. But man, Berkeley Ziebart comes back with another shot. 23 points for Ziebart tonight. Berkeley Ziebart. Here's Taylor. Taylor double teamed. Gets it over to Jensen. Jensen, jumper, and that is good. Brooke for a long two. Gets it back to a 9-point lead, but Vermillion needs a stop with 6:44 to go. Vermillion needs a stop. And here is Kiara Oakley, guarded by Halverson. She'll drive down the left side of the lane. Up with the left hand and good. I mean, that was good defense by Halverson too. I'm not quite sure what more she could have done, but Oakley, I'm sure Katie was a good defender, weren't you? Roovers goes in, and Coach Brooks wants a quick 30-second timeout. So it's 48-39 with 6:17 to go. Roovers on the drive makes that, and we'll be back right after this 30-second timeout by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
At Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they believe a healthy smile opens doors. From routine checkups to cosmetic treatment, their friendly team is there to make your dental experience comfortable and enjoyable. With state-of-the-art technology and a compassionate approach, they ensure your visit is quick and pain-free.
I love my new smile. Thank you, Knutson Family Dentistry.
Knutson Family Dentistry will make your smile shine. Call and schedule your appointment today at Knutson Family Dentistry and discover the difference your smile can make.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. That timeout was brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. So with 6:16 to go, Vermillion trails by 9, 48-39. They need a stop. It's going back and forth between 9 and 11. Here's Kiara Oakley. She'll drive in on Halverson and score again. Halverson's going to need some help down there, some backside help, because Oakley's just really good down that left side of the lane. And here's Casey Hansen. Hansen drives in and is unable to connect. Rebound, Kiara Oakley. Here's Berkeley Ziebart. Maxwell over to Maya Thuringer. Here's Berkeley Ziebart over to Lauren. Down low. They're going to call a foul on Halverson. That will be Maya's third personal, first team foul. And so Lauren Ziebart will inbound on the baseline. Vermillion trails by 11 with 5:31 to go. Ziebart gets it down low to Thuringer. Nice job by Halverson there. Roovers did get the rebound. Casey Hansen on the left side. Here's Roovers. Cutting Wallen lays that in, so nice job by Roovers to hit Madigan. And Vermillion not shooting many threes, only making two. Berkeley Zebart picks up her dribble. Kind of caught in no man's land. And she gets it out to Maya Thuringer. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Morgan Maxwell driving the baseline. Nice job by Casey Hansen. I'm going to give you something here. There's been 2 3-pointers made by Vermillion. One by Maya Halverson, one by Madigan Wallen. None by Brooke, none by Casey, and none by Taylor. And that ball is dribbled out of bounds by Brooke Jensen, so that'll be a turnover to Parkston. 50-41, that 9-point lead. They got the stop they wanted, just unable to convert on the offensive end. Here's Morgan Maxwell on the left side, gets it over to Lauren Zebart. Maxwell guarded by Madigan Wallen. It's to Berkeley Zebart. Nice job by Taylor, but a turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound there by Kiara Oakley out of the hands of Casey Hansen. That shot no good, and the rebound on the floor. And they're going to call a jump ball, and that will favor Parkston. And that's just, this Parkston team is hustling constantly to every loose ball, to every rebound. And Coach Brooks, I know, I'm not sure Coach Brooks is going to come up here. We are in the balcony at the Huron Arena. I'm not sure he'll come up after the game, but we'll talk to him before the Beersford game, and I'm sure he'll have stuff to talk about for sure. So here's Lauren Zebart, inbounds the ball to Berkeley. 3:49 to go. Vermillion with a 9-point deficit to Parkston on the Masaba scoreboard. This is Tanager basketball, and Wallen fouls Thuringer. Katie agrees. Sometimes you just have to. You can't let him keep going back, so that'll be Madigan's first personal, second team. And Thuringer will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw for Maya Thuringer rolls out. And that's also what you hope for. I mean, because if you think they're going to drive in on you, you hope they get 1, not 2, or none, not 2. And that second free throw by Thuringer will roll in. So she now has 3 points. It's a 10-point lead. Here's Taylor Rivers bringing the ball up for the Tanagers. Taylor has not hit a 3 yet tonight. She does have 12 points. Hansen from the free throw line. So here is Maxwell down low. That ball is stolen away by Casey Hansen on the bad pass. Casey in trouble. Gets it over to Taylor Rivers. Taylor, she'll take that 3, and she will drain it. See, it just took me talking about her not making a 3 for her to make a 3. So now it's a 7-point deficit for Vermillion. 3:07 to go. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. We'll be right back after these messages.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame, tailgates, and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. My name is Michael Schumacher, alongside Katie Crossway, the Washington Warrior legend, and Reagan. And we are, in case you're just wondering, we have it as a FaceTime video because our camera broke when we got up here. And so the Masaba scoreboard shows 51-44 Parkston over Vermillion with 3 minutes to go. Vermillion needs to get a stop, as here's Lauren Zebart, gets it into Thuringer. Tries to get it down low to Kiera Oakley. She does. Nice job by Brooke Jensen to get the block. And Vermillion can cut it to 5, maybe 4. That would be huge for this Tanager team. 2:46 to go. Lexi Hansen has checked in. Here's Rivers, drives in and is unable to connect, and that is painful. That hurts a lot. And here's Morgan Maxwell. Nice job by, wow. I thought that was a nice block by Hansen, but they're going to call her for a foul. That will be Casey's 3rd. So Morgan Maxwell will go to the line to shoot 2. So Parkston has no fouls this quarter. Vermillion has 3. Maxwell misses her first. Here's the second free throw from Maxwell. That is good. So that lead is back to 8, 52 to 44. 2:29 to go. Vermillion trails. Taylor Roovers brings the ball over, gets it over to Casey Hansen. Hansen will take that 3, and that will drop in for Casey. Casey's first 3 in a while makes it 52-47. 5-point lead. Roovers with the steal, and Roovers with the putback. All of a sudden now it's a 3-point game. And they're going to call a foul. It's going to be a foul on Lexi Hansen. That'll be Lexi's second personal. 4th team foul. 2:07 to go, but Vermillion has cut that from a 10-point deficit just a couple minutes ago to now a 3-point deficit, 52-49. 2:07 to go on the Mesaba scoreboard. This is Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Here's Kiera Oakley. Gets it over to Berkeley Zebart. Zebart's been held in check the last third of this game. And that ball knocked away by Roovers. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Kiera Oakley gets it to Lauren Zebart. Here's Morgan Maxwell. She'll pop it from there, but she doesn't. Kiera Oakley drives in. Blocked by Brooke Jensen, out of bounds, but 6 seconds remain on the shot clock. That is Brooke's 4th block of the night. So Parkston needs to inbound it and set up a shot within 6 seconds. Obviously doable, but you know, if you're Vermillion, you like your odds a little bit better with that. Lauren Zebart with the short little jumper, no good. Get rebound, Casey Hansen. So Vermillion got the stop. They can now get within 1 or tie it. That lead was as high as 11 at one point. So here's Brooke Jensen. Jensen gets it over to Lexi Hansen. Hansen gets it into the hands of Roovers. Wow, a lot of physical aggression there by Morgan Maxwell, but no fouls called. And here's Casey over to Brooke Jensen. 10 seconds. Hansen loses the handle. 4 seconds. Over to Jensen. Jensen takes the 3. Oh, off the front iron. And that ball is rebounded by Madigan Wallen. Wallen gets the rebound down low to Jensen. Jensen on the block. Up and not able to connect, but she will get fouled. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's going to be on Thuringer, I believe. Yes, that'll be Thuringer's 3rd. So we'll call her Thirdinger. Oh, that got a smile out of Katie. And Jensen's first free throw is up and good. I count it as a win if I can get her to smile, so. Now she didn't smile at that though, see, so that was a loss. 50.8 seconds to go, 52-50. Jensen's second free throw is up and good. It is now a 1-point game as Brooke now has 9 points on the night. So here's Kiera Oakley with the ball. Gets it over to Zebart, over to Maya Thuringer. And you can hear the Vermillion crowd as the small contingent but loud here in Huron. And Coach Knipling wants to take a full timeout. That'll leave him with 1. So we'll take a timeout as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermillion is proud to support local athletics like USD and the Tanagers. The DQ fall flavors are in, and DQ has great food at great prices. Get a $7 meal deal. Choose from a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken basket with fries, a drink, and a sundae for only $7. Got an office team party or birthday party? If you want to celebrate, don't bake, buy a DQ cake. And DQ supports the Sanford Children's Network. So after the game, take your team for a thrill to the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, 905 East Cherry Street, Vermillion, South Dakota.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners, when you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. Did you see that hook shot? It got right back to him, right where it was supposed to go. So I got hit with a bottle, an empty bottle, thankfully, but I hook shotted it right back to him. So here's the setup. 32 seconds to go. 52-51, Vermillion trails. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Parkston just came out of their timeout. Here's a lay-in by Lauren Ziebart. So Vermillion now down by 3. 23 seconds to go. Shot clock is off, and Coach Brooks wants to take a timeout. It's a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. We'll give Murph his money's worth, but this will just be a 30-second one. Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
Are you ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I am Michael Schumacher alongside Katie and Reigen Lewedag. Here's the setup. Vermillion trails on the Masaba scoreboard, 54-51. And this is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. 21.1 seconds to go. Vermillion has the ball. Coach Brooks has just called a timeout that we're coming out of, brought to you by Murph's Appliance. Parkson did lead by as many as 11. They did come out of a timeout. They were able to get a play by Lauren Ziebart that laid it in to give them the 3-point lead. Not that she's on mic, but would you shoot a 3 or would you try to drive it in and then hope to steal it? I think you have to shoot the 3. Taylor Roovers with the ball, 19 seconds to go, looking to hopefully get open. So they get it down low to Jensen. Jensen, turnaround jumper up and in. So 10 seconds to go. And that's going to be a timeout taken by Coach Brooks with 9 seconds. So back to a 5-point deficit, 54-53. And that's a full timeout as well. So we will give Murph his money's worth. Take a 30-second timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. 54-53. Vermillion trails with 9 seconds to go.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women, names like Ariat and Carhartt for men, boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bike. Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Coming out of that Murph's Appliance timeout. Vermillion trails 54-53. 9 seconds to go to Parkston. Vermillion looking to Parkston looking to inbound. Vermillion looking to deny as they look to get it in. No, that one is stolen away by Roovers. 8 seconds to go. Roovers sets up the offense. 6, 5. Roovers drives in with the floater, up and in for Taylor Roovers. She hits the game winner as the clock hits 0. Oh my God, Taylor Roovers with the floater, and Vermillion wins 55-54. And Parkston cannot be they're going to be disappointed, but man, they played so well. Oh, Taylor. I thought, I didn't know what she was doing, but she knew what she was doing. And Taylor goes in on the right side of the lane and hits the floater. Oh, that's why they pay her the big bucks. That's why Taylor Roovers is one of the leaders of this team, even as a freshman. So the players of the game, for Parkston, it's Kiera Oakley. For Vermillion, it's Taylor Roovers. Wow! And we are going to be back with our First Dakota National Bank postgame show, but on the screen you can see Taylor Ruvers getting her award for the player of the game. Wow! Vermillion coming away with another victory last second. So Vermillion moves. Vermillion continues their streak of victories. Nice win for Vermillion. They are now 12-3 on the season. Parkston, well, unfortunately for them, they fall to 12-2. So the Tanagers move to 12-3. We hope. I don't know if Coach Brooks will come up, but if he does, that'll be great. But if he doesn't, we understand. So we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with our First Dakota National Bank postgame show after this. Vermillion wins on the Mesaba scoreboard, 55-54.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion. Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals are your locally owned and operated ready mix and rental companies available in both Yankton and Vermillion. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete and they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? You can also get all your hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more for any job you need to get done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals as your concrete and rental equipment headquarters of Yankton and Vermillion.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, where Vermillion wins 55-54 on a last-second floater by Taylor Ruvers. Vermillion trailed by 11 heading into the fourth quarter, and they were able to chip away, finally get those stops that they were looking for. Taylor Ruvers led the way for Vermillion with 19 points. Brooke Jensen had 9 points. Casey Hansen had 10. Maya Halverson had 5. Madigan Wallen had maybe her best game of the season. She had 9 points. She hit a 3, a couple of free throws. She scored the first 2 points for Vermillion and a couple of lay-ins. And then Lexi Hansen had 1. Taylor Ruvers had 4 rebounds. Casey Hansen had 6. Brooke Jensen had 6. She also had 4 blocks. Casey Hansen had 3 blocks. Just a good all-around game for Vermillion. And you have to be happy with this win. It's a gritty win over a really, 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 really good Class B team in Parkston. So Parkston, they're going to be a contender against Centerville and Lyman and Ethan there in Class B at the state tournament. That Class B state tournament is going to be something to watch. So that'll be enjoyable. All right, leading the way for Parkston, well, Berkeley Zebart. She had 23 points. She had 14 at the half, and then in the first half of the third quarter really went off, and then she was really held in check after that. Kiera Oakley kind of took over in the fourth quarter. She ended up with 14 points, 4 for Lauren Zebart, 5 for Morgan Maxwell, 3 for Maya Thuringer, 3 for Alexis Holzbauer, and 2 for Taylor Fink. I think Vermillion has to be happy with this win, but I think maybe not satisfied. I think there's a lot more that they could do, and I think there are things that they can work on. And so they'll be back in action on Tuesday as they take on Beersford. And so Coach Brooks, he looked up here and asked if I wanted him to come up. I don't know if you've been to the Huron Arena, but for him to have to maneuver his way around and weave his way up, just go celebrate with your team. So we will not have Coach Brooks on, but this is a great victory for Vermillion, and takes them to 12-3 on the season, and so they have to be happy with that. But again, not satisfied. They know there are things that they can work on, and that an inch or two here or there, and that ball doesn't fall, and completely different result and feeling after this game. All right, well, for Katie and Reagan, I'm Michael Schumacher. That'll do it for this First Dakota National Bank postgame show. This has been Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Vermillion wins 55-54, and the Vermillion boys won 67-47. So a good day for Tanager Basketball. All right, well, you guys have a great night. We'll talk to you Tuesday, as we will be in Beersford. Have a great night.